Native Americans would be original.
Are you sure? Which Native Americans? Because there's a lot of different groups of Native Americans. Which Native Americans are you referring to?
Just like Africa wasn't always one country, America wasn't always one tribe. And I think that gets lost when we talk about history because not everyone got along. Some people got along. Some tribes worked together. Some tribes didn't. This idea of colonization of continents is the idea of colonization. So naming a continent and saying these people were here first is literally anyone could have been from anywhere. I think where the natives are getting upset is they've already been moved off their land along with a lot of black tribes and black freemen who suffered right beside them. Everyone got moved off their lands. They were tortured. They share a trauma. It's a shared trauma. So we shouldn't even be fighting with each other over it. But just like I can't go into a certain hood and claim affiliation, you have to have that respect and be like, yeah, I got family. Yeah, I am descended from, but I'm not yet there. I think that's the only miscommunication really there is, because my brother Marcus is black presenting. I am white presenting. We're both Cherokee Sioux descendants. He's no more than I am, and I am no more than he is. But if I showed up on the reservation one day and was like, hey, can you give me whatever I want? I'm part of your family. Sometimes if you get disconnected from family, you've got to approach that differently. You've got to approach that like, hey, we've been disconnected. Can I get to know you? Can I get to know about you? I would love to be part of everything. Like, I will contribute as much as you contribute to the relationship. And that's a mutual respect that I think everyone's so busy fighting.
Victoria, I only got a quick moment until I have to go back on mute and handle some stuff for a client. Manny, what's going on?
How's it going?
It's going. What are your thoughts on the background?
So is the host talking to me?
Yeah, I think you're the only
Is
one.
that you, host, talking to me?
It is the host.
So what's going on? What's going on?
What are your thoughts on the background?
Yeah, so what are my thoughts on the background? Let me see. The divide between originals and American Indians. So who are the originals, if you don't mind me asking?
Hey, that's what a group of people call themselves. I mean, I'm not involved in that. You know, I'm Afro-Indigenous, but just that's what they call themselves. So how can whatever's going on between your community, their community, how can y'all move forward? What do you think is a way to move forward from all this crap?
Well, first of all, we need to start with being honest with ourselves. You know, I have to be honest, and I hope everybody else is. Being honest means acknowledging who you are, your place on this earth, you know, in modern times, because we do not take claims. We cannot bask in the glory of our ancestors and their struggles. Every generation has their battles, their trials, their tribulations to deal with. And right now, 20 years ago, we didn't have the technology, the advancements we have today, including in technology. We wouldn't be able to sit here and do these kinds of chats. So that means that times change, and we have to change with the times. There's a saying in Spanish goes by, camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente. Means whichever shrimp or crab sleeps, the current takes you. So if you fall asleep, the current will take you. So you have to just stay on your toes. The indigenous community still is battling the white tea colonizer in Canada, the Black Hills, different regions throughout the hemisphere. We're in battle with them. So it's important to understand that this battle for us hasn't stopped. We are still battling the white colonists. So in other words, to be able to be okay with the people who claim to be the originals is to first start with being honest who they are as a people, because our history is carved in the stones. The indigenous people of this land, or what people would say American Indian. I don't identify with that term because I'm not part of the constitutionally. We don't have treaties with the United States, my tribes, and many tribes. There's only the United States, Canada, Alaska that have treaties with the United States, and their forefathers or the founders labeled they used the term American Indian. So if the American Indian identify with their own tribes today, which they do within our communities, but if they did that with the government, then they will lose some of their treaties, maybe their lands, whatever is left of their lands. So they have to continue to identify as American Indian. It's not a term that we're using. Other tribes use that don't have treaties with the government. So with the originals, I know they claim to be like Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee. You know, there's a history that we understand about those tribes, starting with the $5 Indian term. Those are the only tribes that have used that term, particularly the Cherokee. But all of them have had that issue. They built alliances with African enslaved people at the time who wanted to fight their oppressor, the white tea colonizer, and they joined forces with the Seminoles and other tribes within there. So that gives them validation, and I think even if they have no indigenous blood of this hemisphere, they should still be acknowledged as people of that particular tribe, and that's something that changed with the government. They changed it. They removed the freedmen from Cherokee. I think over 3,000 of them were removed because they had no indigenous blood. They were African descendants. But I think they shouldn't have done that anyways, because, if they build an alliance and they were brothered into the tribe or walked them into the tribes, they should still be able to be considered as those tribes people. Even if they're not indigenous, they're still part of those tribes. But they were removed, many of them. And I disagree with that move by the government. I think it's a way to also, it's just not right. You know what I mean? If I went to Africa and we were fighting with the community there against their colonizers, the oppressors, and they say, you know what, Manny, you're part of us. You're our brother. I would expect my kids, everybody to be accepted into that community. So we're part of that community now, regardless of whether or not we have ancestry there or DNA that binds us to that land. But unfortunately, things change here. It's not my place to speak on it so much regarding those people. But within my tribe, when they come out to me, the best thing to do is to be honest with ourselves. Start by being honest. Who are you? What's your background? How do you get here? Things like that. And then go from there, being honest and then being respectful, obviously. So I appreciate you asking me this. I don't know if you have a question that I can help answer based on my tribe and, my time here, a little bit of my experience here. If there's something else you like to ask me before I drop, go ahead and I'll do my best to answer it as best as I can for you.
Kentucky, did you have any questions? I'm just more so looking at possible solutions for the two communities. Just if there's a way. What'd you say, Kentucky?
Go ahead. I'm driving right now.
Yeah. I was just seeing if there's any way for your community, their community to be more peaceful in these discussions or whatever.
You know what? Yes, it is. There's ways, and that is respecting the fact that we have different ideologies, different beliefs. People come with generational traumas, and the best thing to do is respect the idea that we will agree to disagree on certain things. That doesn't mean we have to go to war with each other. I've said this multiple times. That's why when I do certain live streams that involve these people that claim to be the Aborigines or the Aboriginal or the original people, we express how we feel. I have indigenous people from different regions of this hemisphere join us on my live streams, and everybody shares their opinion on this. And we've all concluded, and this is something that we've been doing since this conversation started, is that we do not know where these people came from when they talk about being the original people here. It's really sad, some of the things they say, and I think that's the dishonesty part.
A question. Manny, why do you allow Josh and other I'm going to say original, because I'm not going to call them Black Indians. Why do you allow them to get attacked on your platform? Why are you allowing other? Because they're coming
One thing,
out.
I'm not an original. Just say I'm
Yeah,
Afro-Indigenous.
Josh is Afro Indigenous, but I'm talking about anybody like that looks like me. I'm Afro Indigenous too, but I'm also saying, why do you allow other natives to attack them if you want to make this peace?
So the honest truth about that is everybody has just like there's been a lot of brothers and sisters that come in that are part of this movement, this extreme movement of indigenous erasure, and they get to be loud, say what they want, do what they want. So if they get into with somebody, I'm just letting people express themselves. If it gets to the point where someone's cursing at someone, using profanity, being that way, then for their safety, and so they don't take it. I always tell you guys, don't focus on each other. Don't focus on bring on personal beefs. Like if you have a disagreement, don't make it about that person. Make it about the conversation. That way, there's no conflict between individuals, because that's the last thing we want to do. I don't want to pit people against each other. I'm not gonna go to war with Josh or Kentucky or Creole Girl or Mad Fact or any of you, because this is not a battle between me and you. We were born into this earth. We're all born into the earth, and we don't get a choice. We don't get to sit there and pick what race you want to be. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be poor? Do you want to be tall? Do you want to be pretty? None of that. We don't have a say on that. There's people that are born with disabilities, mental disabilities, physical disabilities, and they have to deal with that for the rest of their life. So no, we shouldn't. When people go on my platform, they get the right to choose to be there, or they get the right not to choose to be there. They can wait and join when maybe there may be people that may be aggressive. I try my best. Like there was his brother Totocini. He's he's Navajo. And, we had a live stream that had quite a lot of people, and I noticed that he was being triggered with certain things. And so, I had to remind him later on. After that live stream, indigenous people got together, the Native Americans, on different live streams, and they were talking about how he shouldn't be involved with some conversations because he was saying, he was being triggered, and he was using terms that would seem harmful for the Black community and for our indigenous community, because we're not trying to build, we're not trying to be, we're not anti-Black. That's what it is. We have a lot of Black allies, a lot of Black friends. I was born in a Black community. So to me, it's just anti to anything that I believe in. I would not tolerate that. Even here, like I said, I don't come out here to disrespect nobody. I'm just here to share my opinion respectfully. If people disagree with me, it's okay. That doesn't mean I have to go to war with you. I have family within my own family that we disagree with. They're indoctrinated, assimilated. They don't care nothing to claim their indigeneity. They want to assimilate and just live life without caring about whether you're Black, Native, Indigenous, or original. They don't care. There's just a lot of people that don't care.
So so like Afro-Indigenous people like me and Josh and Creole Girl and Mad Facts. I don't think Mad Facts identify as Afro-Indigenous, but I know for sure me, Josh, and Creole does. What protections do you give us when we come into your lives? Because whether someone to hold on, Josh.
No, I'm not asking for protection. I just want to put that out.
Josh, I'm just asking a question. What protection do you guys give us when we come into your lives, and then we're called all kind of names and drug when we're there to commune with you guys, because you are our cousins?
I think the one thing is just certain words that trigger people. So within our community, we're learning who gets triggered and who isn't. So like if you have a particular person that joins your live right now and they get triggered easily, you need to be able to respectfully tell them to mute themselves and things like that. So that's all I can do. I try to give space to the indigenous community because it is an indigenous live stream. But I'm telling you, a lot of the indigenous people, even though this is happening, we know that we're not going to go to war with anybody within the Black. I know I won't. So, that's why everybody that joins the panel is on Black. Like all of you can join that live stream. But if you see someone there who is being triggered.
Hold on, Manny. Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what I'm telling you, I have Native DNA. So how you protect people that y'all call them 100% natives? Why come you don't know? Why come there's not that grace afforded to people like me?
I think I've said this before several times on a live stream. I said it, regardless of whether or not you have indigenous blood, you might not have zero indigenous blood. But if a tribe brothers you in and says, you know what, we respect you, we're one of us, we're good with you, you're an ally, It doesn't matter. People need to respect you no matter what, but there are ignorant people in the world, of all people in the world. And you can't control the fact that you don't know who they are. Sometimes they pop in your live streams, they come in, identify as native, and then they might have a hateful ideologies about certain people because of their own traumas. And this is the reason why all I can say is you're welcome to join. If you feel uncomfortable, you can block people or leave the panel at the time, because all I can do is tell people to please stop or do not make things personal. And I've said that. But most of the indigenous community know that. I think it's when people start being called Seminole.
Manny, 1 second, just real quick. I want to be clear for myself. I ain't asking Manny for no safety, no protection. I don't give a fuck.
No, Josh, it wasn't about.
Hold on, Kentucky. Hold on. I'm not asking anyone for no type of protection. I don't do that type of shit. All I say is respect. I just want to be very clear, because I'll take on anybody. But all I ask for is respect, and judge me based off something that I have said. Don't put what other people have said on me. But I ain't begging nobody for shit. I just want to clear that up.
Okay. So let's change protection to respect. Okay. It doesn't matter how you put it. I want to know, like, can y'all give Afro-Indigenous people respect when they come into your space? Because we're giving you respect right now. Because last time I saw your live, I believe it was Mike. He was talking about Josh's grandmother being passed around by natives. That's the only reason why Josh is native. And I also, you had somebody that was on your panel leave your panel and come over here talking about you were over there in our space, but if you are cousins, why can't I come to your space? And why is it that Afro-Indigenous people get attacked when they come to see what you're talking about without being disrespectful to you or your panel or your commenters?
Sure. For example, we have Chivi here to give you a perfect example about that. Chief B went out there and he was asked to identify as a chief. How do chiefs identify? We particularly, my tribe, we don't have the word chief. That is of a different tribes. Those are different tribes. So even I don't identify with certain words because it's disrespectful. It's super disrespectful when you go and appropriate somebody else's. This is a very high level within specific tribes. And I even got told a lot of the time, because I told the Navajo sister, I'm like, oh, do you guys have teepees? And she almost found it offended. She's like, we don't have teepees. That is not of our tribe. I'm like, I got you. So, it's like, even within our communities, we have to be very careful about terms and words that we use, because people might take it as something like the word Latino or Hispanic. To me, is offensive. If you call an indigenous person Latino, Hispanic, and not everybody is original Mexican. They're Mexican nationalists, but the word Mexico itself is not. It is indigenous descent, but there's no such thing as an ethnic group that is Mexican or the word Mexica even is a label, or the Aztec term. That's not the original way we identify as a people. But yeah, so they asked Chief B to identify as what. So it was triggering that people use these terms that trigger people. It's like if I had a name Shaka Zulu, and I'm naming myself Shaka Zulu, and I go into an Abantu live stream or Igbo or some kind of African, they're gonna be like, hey, why the fuck is your name Shaka Zulu? What are you, a war leader? Or what identify to us as a Zulu person? And then I go there and I don't know shit. They're going to be, you're fucking appropriating and disrespecting, the memory of someone who actually fought for their people, who gave their life for their people. They're disrespecting. So that's the same thing goes with the word that. So they call them, and that wasn't me. That was other people in the panel that asked them, identify as a chief, because other people were identifying, properly. And I'm like, if you're going to do those kinds of names, you're going to be dressed up in a colonizer suit. If you look at his background, he's got that car and everything, like it's all colonizer lifestyle. But you're going to claim to be a chief? That's disrespectful to certain tribes. That's all I'm saying.
Also, I've read some of the comments, and some of the people are saying that when Black people are on your panel, they're the ones getting dropped, and they're not able to get out full sentences on your panel. Why is that?
We had a Rihanna. We had a Rihanna there. Yeah, we had a Rihanna there for the whole live stream. She's African American, and she was on my live from the beginning to the end of my live streams. There's also Echo. There was many people within the Black community, African American community, who've been there from the beginning to the end, but they're not using words that would trigger. Go ahead. So I'm
Okay,
just
so
saying there
what
are
you're
people
saying
within the
is
black
as long
community.
as,
Yes.
okay, can
I'll
I
go
finish?
after Goddess.
What you're saying is as long as people go on there and it fits the narrative that you want to hear, then they can stay on your panel. Is that right? So people
No, as
who
long as they're not using words that are triggering to people, because like I said, if you go up there and you call someone a Mongoloid or a Siberian, you're going to
uh-huh.
have a lot of people jump on you because that's offensive. That's like us calling you the N-word. That is
Oh,
the
you
level
guys
of
say the
disrespect, that
wobble
it's a
word
slur.
all the time.
We
Like
don't use the
wobble is
word
like
wobbles. We do
it
not use that
flows
word.
like water off your guys' tongues a lot of
No, we don't
times.
use that term. I don't use that term, and everybody here knows that. I use WABOS if I need to say that term to better identify a group of people in the panel. Like if someone wants to know who we're talking about, then we'll address it with the
So you do use the word.
Aborigines, or so I say it could be the Aboriginals or maybe what the people know as WABOS. But
So
I don't believe in that term. No, I don't use it. It's just to better identify if people have questions, because a lot of
I'm
people
going to
go by
answer
that
the
term.
question
Go ahead.
now. I'm going to answer the question: how can the divide between originals and American Indians be healed? By people just respecting whoever they decide they want to be, whoever they say they are, and that's it.
So that
Somebody
becomes
wants to,
I
if
conflicting.
just
That
came
somebody,
up
becomes
to say
no,
conflicting.
one
because
thing.
if okay, go ahead, Lady Light.
Can I say one thing to Manny? I don't know you personally, Manny, but I have come through your lives a couple of times, and I'm not trying to start with you, but I am trying to call BS on this tone that you have, everything
Yes.
that you saying up here. This is none of what you say on your panel. This is not the energy that you have. This is not the conversation that you have, and nothing that you are saying gets said over there by you. So at the end of the day, if you gonna come here and have a conversation with us, it need to be real. It need to be real about how you really feel. It need to be real about how you really talk, instead of coming over here blowing up rainbow smoke up our ass and making it seem like everything is cool. I'm definitely not a person that disrespects anybody, but I can respect the person that's honest, and I totally do not have no respect or admiration for people that lie and blow smoke up my ass. And from your apparent dislike for certain people on this app to change to this tone you having today, it's just real fake. And
So who do I dislike,
these
lady?
conversations are pointless. You know who you dislike.
Who
I
do
don't
I
gotta
know?
go back and
Mention it.
forth
You're
with that.
talking that I
I'm just
mention people. I
saying
need proof. Go
you
ahead.
being fake, and I would prefer you to be honest and get up here and say how you really feel than play in my people face. And that's all
Okay.
I gotta say.
Thank you for sharing that, but I would like you to know who do I dislike, because B for All
Anybody
has
with
been on my
skin
live
like
stream.
ours,
Listen, B
Manny.
for All's been on my live
Keep it
stream.
real.
All
Keep
of
it
you
real,
have been on
Manny.
my live
Anybody
stream.
with skin like mine who's been on your live.
Your
You
skin
guys
has nothing to do.
don't
My
listen to what
aunt is
they
darker
say
than
because
Well,
you.
well,
they barely get past what they barely get past a sentence before you block them or take them down.
That's not true, and you
Or
know it.
before they get bullied or called wabos or pretendians or just completely disrespected. I've seen
So
it
that's
a
a term,
number
like I
of
well,
say,
times
well,
on
that
your
is not
Manny,
on
allowed.
your
hold on,
on
guys,
your live.
hold on. Manny, I came into your live of maybe last week, and B for All was on your panel. And B for All, and I want to say Naturalist, I'm not really sure who it was, but I know for sure it was B for All. The way y'all treated her on that panel, and she wasn't even doing anything, was disgusting. The way that the people on your panel was saying, the things they were saying to her was ridiculous and disgusting to all humans. Like, how can you, as a man, sit back and allow that to happen?
So she was debating an African sister from England. That's what she was debating, and they were insulting her, saying that she was a white tea lady. They didn't realize that she was black. The only reason is she didn't have her photo on her profile. And when she identified as being black, all the people that were attacking her backed off because they felt like, and I'm talking about the Aborigines, because they thought she was a white lady, but she's a black historian. And then she got into what Ariana. I was muted most of that conversation while she was there, because this is not about me and B for All. This is about the community and what she represents. So black people were talking about. Ariana was there. That lady, I think her username is like 6ix9ine. We call her user 6ix9ine because she doesn't have a name, but she's a historian or something, and she can't use her username. That is the reason why she has it that way, or her profile, because she's a scholar and she cannot have these conversations. Supposedly, that's what she was saying. She was an African lady, African American, who lives in England or something. But this was people debating with her. They were talking about her feathers, And this was again black women that were talking with the debating with B for All. It had nothing to do with me. I gave B for All the space, and if she's getting into it with them, then that's a debate they're having between them. I could have kicked her out of the live stream and not even allowed her in and be like,
But
B for All,
listen,
like we don't want to hear it, but she was allowed to go in.
I can
Go ahead.
understand B for All and the lady were going back and forth with each other, but it was grown men. Because what I saw, it was grown, and I didn't stay very long because it was disgusting and distasteful. It was grown men going at her, and no one stepped in to stop it. And it's your panel, it's your live stream at any time. You can mute anybody, you can drop anybody, but instead of doing that, y'all drop B for All and the other original.
So like I said, we didn't drop her. She was leaving on her own, and I could go. It was a very long live stream, but I could go and cut snippets out of it. Honestly,
Manny, and that's not the only live stream you've done. You're talking about one of many that I've seen you be disrespectful to people who look like me.
So,
and this picture,
no, that's
don't
not
get it
true.
twisted.
That's not
I'm
true,
darker.
Goddess.
I'm darker than you, Manny. This picture is just the sun kissing my beautiful melanated skin. So, but what I'm saying to you is I've seen you do it many times where you've treated people of color, people who look like me, very poorly on your panel.
So this has nothing to do with the melanin.
The way that your tone of voice
has nothing to
is
do
up
with
here
your
is
melanin.
completely different. This
is about ideology, sister. It's about ideologies that are affecting the indigenous communities.
Okay, but
this is nothing personal to you.
How is people claiming who they are affecting your community? Exactly. How is that?
Because for
we're
example,
not the ones affecting your community, Manny. The $5 people who are buying memberships to be in tribes are the ones affecting your community. The white chiefs in charge are the ones affecting your community. But we don't have anything to do with it. All we are doing is reconnecting with who we are, and that should not be a problem for you. And if it is threatening for you, then you guys need to check yourself, because maybe your foundation is not as stable as you think it is.
Goddess, the people you're talking about is not part of my community. $5 Indian term, there's nothing to do with my tribe or hundreds of tribes. It only has to do with 5 tribes. I said, if you claim to be Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Seminole, or Creek, those are the only tribes who have the term $5 Indian. People were buying themselves in, and they were the ones bringing freedmen or enslaved people into their tribes to fight their oppressor, the white colonizer.
It is very
All
rare
the other tribes do not have any
Native
of that.
American on TikTok. It is very rare. They're normally mixed with white or black. But it's very rare that I find a full-blooded Native American on this live. So I'm saying $5 Indians, the ones who are running the casinos and taking all the money and really erasing you, those are the ones you need to worry about versus us reconnecting with who we are. We're not a threat. Correct. We're not a threat to you. The real threat is the people that are right in your face.
There are internal problems within certain tribes, and that is between them. I don't get involved with like Canada. There's a tribe out there who has a state-of-the-art stadium, casinos, and all they're fighting for is fishing and hunting rights. But a few kilometers away, there's a tribe that barely has any water, like a reservation that has any drinkable water. They're doing real bad. And I asked them one time, I'm like, do you guys go and help them? Like, do you stand in solidarity with each other? And what they told me is, no, they have their tribal leaders, and they have to learn how to govern their community and do what they need to do for their reservation. We don't get involved with them. So I've learned a lot, too. I've learned that there's tribes that really don't care for what other reservations are going through, and it's just what it is.
Also, do you feel that this fight isn't really between brown and black people, right? I feel that the fight should be between the government, not between each other. How do you feel about that?
Correct. There's people at the Black Hills right now. Washo Duta is one of those people. I don't know if you guys have seen on my live stream, who's out there right now, fighting the white colonizer who's desecrating the Black Hills. There's been a lot of indigenous people in Canada fighting against the Canadian government to bring back unalived, raped indigenous women that were thrown in a landfill. And they always, when they do these kinds of protests and they go into the landfills, they find more bodies than what they think they're going to find out there. So we're having battles right now with the white colonizer. And that's what I've been saying to some of the Aborigines or the people that claim to be originals. We tell them, where is your battle? Like, I have not seen a battle right now where the original people, supposedly the Aborigines, are fighting the white colonizer in a direct
We fight them
conflict.
every single day, keeping our children alive. What are you talking about?
So that has nothing to do with our battles. Because there's brown on brown.
It's not your battle, but we have our own battles.
I was born in Chicago.
Our battles are not the same.
So what are your battles? Go ahead.
I'm a mother of a black son. That's my battle. Me worrying about him and his health every day. That's my battle.
So this is it's about a community,
Plus
sister.
living in a society where white men are running everything. So yeah, that's my battle.
So how do you how do you
Don't
fight
come
your
up here
battle?
thinking. Don't
How do you
come up
fight your
here.
battle?
I raise my children the right way, and I try to keep them as safe and protected as possible.
So how is that
And I
fighting the
do the
white
right
tea
thing.
person? How is that fighting the white tea person?
Because I'm
So,
teaching my children how to handle
so,
things. That's how I fight the battle.
But this is a
so
battle
like,
between
so
communities. It's not a
listen,
personal
Manny.
battle with you.
Manny,
It's a community. Go ahead.
you wanna know? Hold on, you wanna know where the black people are fighting a battle? Where were you all at when Breonna Taylor was murdered? Like, where were you guys at? Because I didn't see y'all out there.
Absolutely.
I did march with Black Lives Matter in many occasions in downtown Chicago.
I wouldn't believe
So
anything that Manny
I did.
says. When you go to his room, he encourages his people to disrespect us.
That's a complete
And I
fabrication.
know why you're in here, and I want you to understand something. And I think I speak for everybody. You don't need to ever come back to this room unless we send for you. Did we
Okay,
send
Josh
for you?
invited
No.
me to join the
Your
panel right now.
people- Well, whatever. Your people were crying. That's mainly what that is. Soon as we say we have original blood, oh, they want to whine, they want to scream. So, man, they got to make it better. You can't make it better. This was stolen from us. You know y'all are sitting in our seat. You know the Siberians.
This is the problem. When you say stuff like this, who did we steal? When I ask you that, you guys say, listen, sister. When we say this, listen, sister, I'm going to be respectful.
say what I need to say. You're a goddamn liar.
That's fabrication.
Don't come here pretending that you're such a goddamn good guy.
No one is pretending anything inside.
Yeah, you're not a good guy.
Hey,
You're
we
a
should,
snake. You are
okay,
a snake.
insightful.
You are a snake.
Okay, listen, guys. Insightful. You said that we were stealing
Don't
stuff or we're
talk to
hiding.
me. I'm
Listen,
not
no.
through saying what I gotta say.
Well, stop
I don't have to
fabricating
let
lies.
You
That's
talk.
disrespectful.
No,
I'm not
I'm
disrespecting you. Stop
Why
fabricating
do most of
lies.
your people don't like you? What did you do with your niece? You think?
Yeah, Manny, I just wanted to say that I've seen your panel multiple times and I've seen how disrespectful you are, how you kind of egg on the disrespect. And if you're not egging it on, then you don't correct it. And I've seen how you kick people off the panel. At least Josh has given you a chance to talk and explain yourself. But I've seen you not hold space for people who look like me on your panel in a fair light. So yeah, but as far as the struggle is concerned, we all are going through it. We all, especially melanated people, are going through it every day. And so when you question me about what my struggles are, I'm a black woman in America. Hello, like it's never ending. So please don't pretend that I don't have struggles in my life that are just as surmountable as yours, if not more. So yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm able to talk again. That works. You know, I didn't interfere with you talking, Manny, because for one, I couldn't. My phone is not working right. So, Josh, I appreciate you muting me and unmuting me. Thank you very much. Um, I too was on your live, and it seems like everybody is saying the same thing. You get ousted right away, and you get harassed right away. Now, you keep saying the black community, the black this, the black that. Where do you think black people came from? Because there's no land of black. You know, they're not being called African or anything like that. You know, you have to realize that, you know, lots of people come in different skin tones and stuff like that. And what plagues a lot of people like myself is that you don't look like the drawings of the people on the wall, on the temples and the sacred artifacts across America. You guys look like a totally different group of people. And we also read science news and things of that nature. And they keep coming out saying that you guys are cousins to Siberian and Mongolian people. and they did a DNA thing that connects you two together. So I don't understand why you would be not proud to be a part of that group of people unless you're saying it's not true. And I'm not going to argue you with that or not. It's just very strange how a certain group of people make their way all throughout the world and then you claim to just be in one part of the world.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Well, with the time I have, wait. Well, with the time I have, I've been studying color theory since middle school. They say if you mix every color in the rainbow together, you would get either a color of purple or black, which show that it's the main color no matter what you see. It will either be a darker color. And one of my professors said, just because it's a darker color doesn't mean it's the main color within all colors around the world. When you think about it, color theory shows that darker tone people were the root of America, root of the world. Lighter tones happen through time, but darker tones were the root of every color. Oh, no, it's not kindergarten stuff. It's shown in college as well. If you go to art school, they'll teach you the same exact thing.
So I don't need to explain too much about what I'm here to do. Josh invited me here. You guys want to have these conversations, so we have them. I've said many times, I understand who my people are, the language we speak, the practices we do, the ceremonies we're part of, our history that's carved in the stones. That's the fact. Did colonialism affect our communities? Do we bear the scars of colonialism and raping of our women by the Spanish, the Portuguese, the French, the Europeans, many Asians who did also come by, Chinese people who migrated in modern times? Yes. But again, when we look at the continent of Africa, there's a lot of communities in Africa who have DNA differences. And people wouldn't be able to tell if you don't understand how the communities in Africa work. So just like in Africa, that's been mixing for thousands of years. Africans are very diverse in their DNA with Southern Europeans, Asians, Middle Easterns, all that region. They have been migrating between those regions. There's a science that shows that a lot of the Africans came from Asia. That's a true fact. They were testing 5,000 plus 50,000 or 5,000 different fossils of teeth. This talks about also the jaw they found in Jerusalem or Israel. That talks about where that's why the out of Africa theory has been kind of now put on the side because they found bones that are older than the ones that were found in Africa. And so a lot of things are linking to different things. There's a lot of changes happening right now. I don't need to convince anybody of who I am because I know some of you guys, this guy came up and said the melanin is different. You guys don't look like the ones, but you're not seeing the people, my mom, my aunties, our ancestors, my direct lineage to people. We're much darker. My brother's much darker than me, my blood brother, my sister. So, to point that there's a lot of black people that are lighter too.
Manny, I actually have seen your family. I was actually on your live when you showed your family and your line about their color. That's one. And two, Manny, you're talking about cultures and lineage. I also remember you saying on your live that your parents don't even consider themselves native. It's you that's fighting to be native. So when you
ugly, I went up there and I told them that we do not have to meet the same energy. That was it. And I dropped down. Chief Smoke Till I didn't say a goddamn thing. While you over here lying, but sitting there talking about Manny, shut the fuck up.
Bitch, make me shut the fuck up. I bet you can't.
Just gotta stop contradicting yourself. See?
No, I'm not contradicting myself,
I never
Manny.
said that
and you know what, Manny? Don't try to manipulate and gaslight the situation. Of you just doing what you just did. Don't try it, Manny. Don't try it. This is between me and Manny right now. Miss Apache, this is between me and Manny. I didn't get caught with shit. I didn't get
No,
caught with
you got
shit.
caught.
I saw you up on the panel.
I
saw you up on the
shit.
panel, and you didn't say shit.
I swear to God,
them.
I wasn't talking shit.
I saw you on the panel, and you didn't stop it. That's what I said.
He wasn't even talking. We were talking about other stuff.
Yeah, you sure didn't correct what was going on, Anna.
Nobody said anything about that. I got up there to tell natives.
Hold on, guys. Anna, go ahead and speak your piece.
I didn't say anything. She's lying because of my skin color. She put in words and putting me all in a group of people because of how I look. See how that goes? But you 100% are lying on me because I didn't do any of that. In fact, Josh and them know because I haven't got on their live today and told them how I felt about the situation this fucking morning.
Oh, I get it, Goddess. We're waiting for you.
So I saw you on the live yesterday with Chief Smoke a lot, and I observed you, and you didn't say shit to him. And they were talking.
He wasn't talking about that.
All right.
He didn't say anything about that. I was over there trying to tell the natives that we don't need to be racist in the fucking comments. We don't need to sit there and do shit like that. What don't you understand?
And just for the record, like I said, I don't know if Goddess is part of a group or not. That's what I said. I said, I don't know if she's part of this group or not.
No, but you can ask me. You can ask me.
So there's people within our...
You can ask me, Manny. You can ask me. You know how detrimental that rumor was.
So,
wait a second. Let me respond.
I'm gonna go back in the comments because I was trying to explain to you that I'm not a good person to mod because I already know people have ill feelings on the panel towards me, so it wouldn't work with me. So
okay, so
all I'm saying is you saw how detrimental that was to B-Frog because
Shauna,
then you need to bring her up. You need to bring it up because she said it.
Shauna.
I think Kentucky. So yeah, the only person who can do that, Josh, is Kentucky because she has the ability to mute. She has the ability to put it on. I don't have none of them abilities. So if I'm up here, it's just going to be a bunch of screaming, and I don't, I don't have a side in this. So I'm not going. I don't want to be up here just for a screaming match. So Kentucky. The one, I don't have super mind privileges. Kentucky has them, so it's nothing I can do. It would just be screaming.
Shauna, do you want to go ahead and speak your piece? Shauna.
I just both as Native Americans and African Americans, we both were done wrong. So why are they arguing? I guess I just don't get it.
Because God has said that we're working with the white government to erase the black people, the originals, she says. And
did I say that, Manny?
Yes, you did. You did that earlier on. You did that say earlier on. I'm going to hold you accountable to that.
On me, but she doesn't like it when Manny
that early on.
The same thing
I did not say that. You're a liar, Manny. You're a liar and a manipulator. I did not say you were working with the white government. That didn't come out of my mouth.
Hold on, Shauna, go ahead.
Yes. And I do know, when the kids and stuff, the indigenous kids were being murdered and all that stuff, they were, in schools trying to make them as white kids. They didn't want them doing none of their native, heritage stuff or none of that. I still think we've both been Native Americans and African Americans been done wrong. I don't understand why argue. I don't get it.
So do you know a little bit what's going on?
A little bit. I just kind of was listening with all the fussing and arguing. Yeah, I was listening.
So there's a group. I'm gonna call them the originals.
Okay.
There's the originals. They're the black originals, right? They don't go by black, but the black originals. they're claiming that the Native Americans stole their identity. The Native Americans are saying, no, we are those people. So they're going back and forth fighting over who is who.
Gotcha.
And Goddess.
Is there any more information about the originals?
There's a lot. I mean, just search the video. Yeah, just search TikTok, because I don't really want to get involved in that part.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved in that little part. Goddess.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Manny just lied on me again, saying that I said something that didn't come out of my mouth. So Manny is a known liar, and Manny is not to be trusted.
Can you please stop talking about me? What is your deal with us then?
No,
Okay,
I'm going
Goddess,
to talk
what is
about
your
you
problem
the way
with me?
you talk about me.
Okay,
The way you say that I said things that I didn't say.
Okay, Goddess, what do you identify as and what's your
about
take?
things that I said that I didn't say.
Goddess, what is
the way to clear it up? Tell Manny who you identify. I mean, you don't have to.
What's your opinion on American Indians or the Go ahead.
I came up here to debate Manny about
me on what?
stuff about the way he treats people that look like me and the way you just group people that look like me.
My family's darker than you. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they're not. No, they're not. This is not my normal skin color. This is me in the sun, sweetie. That's not my normal skin color. So I'm not explaining shit. I'm not breaking shit down to these people. I'm not explaining anything to these recessive gene having people. I'm not doing it.
Look at what you just said. You guys just heard what that's racist as fuck.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just like
so then don't come out here and victimize yourself.
Working with white people.
Hold on, Goddess.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's racist as shit, and Josh allows it.
Well,
hold on, Manny. Hold on.
One thing. Just give 1 second.
Hold on, Manny. Hold on, Goddess. So we're never going to get anywhere, right? If we call each other names. So
no, we won't. But you know what? The thing is until people can be respected for who they are, there will never be unity amongst the people. And you guys don't have any respect for people claiming who they are. We've all been through it. All of our stuff has been erased.
Hold on. Everybody hold. I went away from my damn Zoom conference so I could quickly come out here. Y'all need to be respectful. And Manny, hold on, Kentucky. Manny, you not being truthful on this app. You need to own up to the stuff that you've done, and everyone try to be respectful when you're having a conversation with them. But Manny, you're not telling the complete truth. I got to go back to my fucking client. But one of my mods, come on, mod the fucking conversation. Damn.
Yeah.
So who's the mod in here? I'm just curious.
I'm the mod, and there's plenty other mods.
All right, Kentucky. So I'm trying to be respectful and ask her like what she identifies. You asked her, and she says she don't want to. So why is she here if she doesn't want to tell us her opinion? I don't know what she stands for. That's why I told you. Like I don't know if she's part of that group or not.
It's not your business what I stand for. It's none of your business.
So then how do I? So then don't sit here and
you
say
don't
you
get
don't
to
identify.
know
Okay,
because
whatever.
you don't get to. Just because you don't know what I identify as doesn't mean you get to make up words that you wanted to say that I said. That I did not say, and you know I didn't say it. So that's what I'm saying, man. You lie.
Don't you guys also try to tell us what we are, but don't like it if we do it to you?
Wait a minute. I want to say one thing. Josh, you do realize that it is your mods who are arguing with each other, right? So we can you only one who could do something is Kentucky.
No, I can't. I cannot do anything because Josh.
You're not super mod.
This is a new. Josh's page is new, and he doesn't have that feature on this thing. Because if he did,
well, I'll drop down so I don't have to argue with her anymore. Because I made my point. Keep my name out your mouth because you don't please don't rhyme me.
Keep mine out your mouth.
Arguing are both our mods too, so we can't. We can't drop them or we can't mute them.
But I can't drop because if they're a mod, I can't even drop them, like block them because they're mods. But
that's what I'm saying. So we can't. So Josh was saying like. One of my mods do something, but I'm trying to let him know.
There's nothing I can do. I don't have those features, so there's nothing I can do.
What the hell are we going to do when it's the mods that we don't have the power to do nothing because they just going to scream over us because they are mods too, Josh. They are mods too. They have the same ability we have. We can't do nothing different than them.
Can we go back to the show like a minute or two? Or give everybody 2 minutes?
Hold on, MedFax. We're trying to work this out so we can get through this conversation so this shit can be over with. So I'm gonna start with Shauna down there, and then we're gonna work our way up, and then we're gonna just end the sessions, because I mean we're not getting anywhere. We're talking in circles. We're blaming each other, and there's no results. So no resolution to anything here. So Shauna, go ahead and speak your piece.
Hey, I'm just listening.
Okay, Shauna, if you could go ahead and drop for me. Shauna, if you could go ahead, thank you. Go ahead, MedFax.
The question I have for Manny is this. It's a simple question I have to all the Native American community.
Matt, before you do, what do you identify as? So I know how to reply to you. I don't know who you are, so
the question
just let me
is
know how you identify. Go ahead.
Well, Minnie, you can't call him off if he's talking, and that's where it gets messy.
Hold up. I just had to leave the damn conference again. You don't have no fucking right to question anyone on my goddamn panel of what they identify.
He's got a question for me. I want to be able to reply to him accordingly.
Kentucky, you know my opinions and how I feel about this shit. Check this motherfucker. Don't let him just run. I got to get back to my client. Do not let him just run our fucking.
Now, the question I have for you, Manny, is can you connect yourself to the original people on this land? And if you can, how can you do that on paper or whatever? Just answer that question, please.
I'll wait till everybody goes because Kentucky's managing or running the joint.
Go ahead, man. He asked you a question. You can respond.
I don't go to any region outside of my own tribe to tell them how they identify and what makes them who they are. I don't. Either if you're indigenous, not indigenous, black, African, I don't go and tell people how do you identify as an African. I don't. It's not my place to tell you how you need to identify. I know who I am, and that's what matters to me. All right? You know who you are, so you go ahead and do what you got to do, brother.
My question was, how do you connect yourself? How do you, not anybody else, connect yourself to the original land, to the original people?
My people have been living in the mountain for as long as I know. So my great-grandmother, my grandmother, all my family, we've been in the same mountain with our own people since I've known, since our migration times and since the arrival of the colonizers in the region of Michoacan on the east side by Mexico City.
So
we migrated into
from what I know, there's no real evidence, right? You don't have any real concrete evidence.
Yes, it's carved in the stones, yes. Our ancestors, everything, our lineage, everything, our histories in the stones, in the codices, in the history, in the teocalis or pyramids. Yep, it's all here. So
no, that's the people back then. But how do you and your bloodline connect to that?
That's my bloodline.
But can you prove it? Can you prove it? Is what I'm trying to say.
We practice our ceremonies. We practice our languages. Practice everything that our ancestors been doing in the past. We can read it and understand it. Everything.
Right. So basically, you cannot prove it.
I just told you.
That was my. No, you're not telling me anything.
I just told you.
It.
Our history, our language, our culture, our traditions, our people, our bloodline. I just showed you photos of my mom and everything. So I don't know what more do you want from me. I don't go. You didn't even tell me how you identify.
Your mother doesn't go back that far. Your mother don't go back that far.
You did not
how
even
do
tell
you
me
go
how
back thousands of years? We're talking about thousands of years, right?
It's in the stone. Our history, our languages, the Nahuatl, the Sinagua, the Uroastacan people, the migration period, the Sinagua people, all the way from our Huetlatoni, Motesumatzin, in the region of Utah, the state of Utah, the 4 peaks of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, the Mazatzal people, the land of the deer. So yes, I'm not going to sit here and waste an hour or 2 hours explaining to you the history of my people.
I understand what you're saying, but from what you're telling me, it's just word of mouth. That's all I'm saying.
I just explained to you the region, the names, and everything.
Then it should be respected.
So you want to validate? You want to validate me?
Manny, okay.
This guy's totally invalidating everything I'm telling him.
Hold on, Manny, go on mute.
He don't even tell me what he is.
Chief V, go ahead.
I'm not gonna get on your live and argue with him, but Manny, bro, Stop acting like you a damn angel, bro. Stop that shit. You're not no angel. I was peaceful on your line. And you got
Am I treating you a certain way? No.
Bro, you was. You was just as racist as the other
Bro,
dude.
Lakota Goes to War asked you to identify as a Lakota Goes to War asked you to identify as a chief and you didn't. Go ahead.
Bro, I don't have to explain shit to now one of y'all.
Look at your username. You claim to be a chief.
Hold on, Manny. In all fairness, there's a lot of people that's Native Americans that got chief on their name. So why does he have to explain to you about being a chief?
I don't know a single one that does unless he's an actual chief.
You mad at a goddamn TikTok name. You just mad because who is calling themselves a chief. If it was somebody that looked like you wouldn't say it.
I do not have the term chief on my tribe, just so you know. We don't use that. We don't use war
Bro,
bondage.
you know what the fuck I said, bro. Stop trying to manipulate the fucking
Bro,
conversation.
you were there with a bunch of people, bro. Don't put it on me, all right?
I was there by myself.
Yes,
Manny
African sister.
claims.
She was debating with people, and she had all the space to do it.
Okay, hold up, wait, hold up. Ink by the class, you say I have a fake Creole accent. Can you explain what that means?
You got dragged, I want to say it was about like 6 months back. It might have been longer than that by a different content creator because you had been spreading misinformation and doing like weird stuff online. And then when it got found out that you rock an accent and then like tried to claim code switching when that's not really what it was because all of your videos beforehand up to that point had like no accent in them. It kind of got looked at like you had a fake accent. So you can try and be all Louisiana about it, but people from the boot can tell the difference between an actual accent and just faking it.
Ma'am, hold up. Wait. Hold up.
You don't have to believe me. You don't have to pretend anything. It's
if
fine.
the accent drops, how come you can't believe that is code switching?
Hold up. Let me go ahead and put my camera on for you, ma'am. Hold up. Ma'am, I'm trying to see how somebody could fake a motherfucking accent. Baby, if you don't know, baby, I am 28 years old. I always live in Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana, and you with your motherfucking pale skin hole could never take that from me. I graduated from a school that's from fucking Louisiana hole.
You're not going to cure racism with more racism. It's fine.
That's not pale skin, by the way.
This is my school in which I have graduated from. This is my school that I actually graduated from. That's actually in Louisiana, sweetie. You can't take that from me. I graduated from Thibodeau High School, sweetie, which is in Thibodeau,
They
Louisiana.
failed you in your education then.
Which is in Thibodeau, Louisiana, bitch. You can't take
Acknowledge
that
that you were wrong by saying she not where she from. Now you want to take it to they failed her education. No, you was failed. And your information, you just opened your mouth.
I had to acknowledge that I was wrong about Manny's family, about them not being dark. So I think you should acknowledge that you're wrong about Befraud not being from Louisiana.
She can be from there.
You can report. No. To tell her where she can be and can't be. First of all, second of all,
the thing is though, like why exaggerate
this
their
is why.
Like,
this is why there won't be peace, is because of people like you who come up here and lie, and people like Manny who come up here and lie.
Tell people where they from.
Okay, so listen.
I'm sorry, Goddess.
So listen, you guys. Josh wants his live reign.
You didn't represent nobody. You just yourself.
Manny, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. Josh wants his live reign where it's one-on-one, so everybody's not gonna jump on Befraud, and everybody's not gonna jump on Manny. Everybody's not gonna jump on Goddess. We're gonna go one by one. So Befraud, Manny did mention the Indian training schools and also about his panels. He said he was debating a Black British woman or something. I mean, I didn't even see that part, but I just seen them jumping on.
She was showing feathers on. She turned on her camera. Befraud turned on her camera and showed feathers.
Manny,
those are not eagle feathers.
Okay, Manny. So Manny, she's here now and she can defend herself and let her go. And then get back to you,
wait. Well, that woman that was on Man the Panel was actually an African who was from East Africa, who ancestors wasn't never involved in the slave trade, who never ever came into the so-called Americas. Her people were not taken. The people from the so-called west part of Africa was taken. And like I told her,
Like I told her, why the fuck is you even speaking if your people wouldn't even so-called taken in slavery? How the hell you know what you talking about if that's not even your people that was taken to the so-called Americas? And why you even talking? And she is an African who live in some kind of European country. You already whitewashed. You already colonized. You can't tell me shit about Louisiana. You can't tell me nothing about no Louisiana tribes. So for you to get up here and try to worry about me, you don't, even if I was to explain to you, you wouldn't even know, because you don't even know.
Scholar. She was a scholar, by the way, a historian, an actual scholar.
Okay, well, if she was an actual historian, she would be able to tell me all the tribes in Louisiana. She would be able to tell me how my people was directly had contact with Africans, the French, the Spaniard. If she was a historian, she would be able to tell you that. But she can't tell me. She can't even tell me what the fuck the feathers even mean for the people who reside in Louisiana. She don't know what the purple feather mean. She don't know the.
Before, so the Spanish conquered you? Can you repeat what you said? You said the Spanish conquered you?
No, this is what I said. We did not have contact with the Spaniards until the 1540s. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people who reside in Louisiana have a mixture in between Cajun people, Spaniard people, French people, the so-called Indians, you know what I'm saying? The black Indians. I don't like using the black Indian term, but some of us are a mixture of all of those people. Even the Cajun, even people who present to be passé blanc, that's people who actually are black, but they actually look white. So we are a mixture of all of those different people. Louisiana is a diverse culture, is a mixture of so many, people just all coming together. So that's my stance on it. Rather you like it or not, it's the fucking truth.
Before, when you say a mixture of people, that doesn't mean you practice their cultures, their traditions, their language, none of that. Because I might have a little bit of French, maybe even a little bit African from the colonizers from my dad's side, like his great grandmother who was French, and they were occupied by the Moors, which were again Arabs, Northern Africans. I might have that. That doesn't mean that's what I am. Because do you speak your native language? Do you speak French? Do you speak all these people you're claiming?
You don't know, sir.
I'm asking you respectfully. Do you speak them? Yes or no?
And I'm going to answer you respectfully.
Because you're speaking in colonizer language right now.
Hold on.
It doesn't matter about the language that she speaks.
Hold up, wait. Hold up.
Say that you're a mix of all these people when you don't practice none of that. That I could say I have French, I have African, I have Egyptian, and I don't have none of that.
I'm gonna let you go after after Manny goes. Like Manny minded, you could go.
Jumping like that. Manny, listen. I actually am a descendant of a French woman who actually reside in Louisiana. If you don't know, my grandmother knows that she is a descendant of a French man who actually came into Louisiana who was brown skinned. So I actually do have a living relative who I can call on the phone right motherfucking now. Her last name is motherfucking Bro, and that is also my bloodline. My people came from France and actually moved into Louisiana. So I suggest you not speak about my culture when I know who the fuck I am and
culture all the time. So come down with that.
Oh, bro, I identify as also Creole because of that bloodline that I actually have into my family. Whether you like that or not, I can actually and guess what, Manny? I also even have Irish ties because my mother knows that she has that bloodline as well. My father is actually mixed, and my mother is so called to be a black woman, but she's really not because she is actually a descendant of an Irish woman. My whole family bloodline, majority of the people in my family have red hair. So I suggest you pipe down. I even got red hair. I just dye it all the time. I can put my mother on the big screen. Sweetie, I know my bloodline. I have Irish ties. I have French ties. I have Native American ties. I have Indian ties. I am a Louisiana Creole. You understand?
So if you're talking about a tribe and a reservation in the United States, Canada, Alaska, you probably wouldn't qualify to be a member of those tribes because your blood quantum would be way below the line then of being even consider yourself a tribal member.
Bro, blood quantum, and don't nobody go by that
exists in the United States, Canada, Alaska. That's the way they govern themselves. That's a reality you can't hide.
Nobody goes by no blood quantum over here in no damn tribe.
People can do their research right now. Everybody on the panel on the live stream.
Nobody go by no goddamn blood quantum. What the fuck y'all do? What y'all
Ooh,
talking about?
sorry.
That's
Canada, United States, and Alaska, they do.
Like-minded. Would you like to say
Does
something?
too.
Hold on, Ink.
okay. That's
Ink, I'm gonna
on
get to
them.
you next.
That's white people shit. We don't go by white people shit.
Oh man,
Like
that's
y'all.
in the reservation. That's the way they're governed. That's the way they identify whether or not they can get the tribal membership.
Like-minded. Would you like to say
That's
something?
them.
Yeah.
That's white people.
So
That's white people. We
what I'm
don't go
trying
by
to say
white
about
people
blood
No.
shit.
quantum, that's not
Hold
white
on,
people
guys.
shit. That's the
Hold on,
government
guys.
shit.
Hold on, guys. Hold
Y'all
on.
white
Hold
man
on.
shit.
Which is
Hold
white
on.
people shit.
Like-minded. Go ahead.
Hey, all right. So I wanted to speak on a few things. So first, I'm gonna start with what he just ended with was the blood quantum thing. So you gotta take in, you don't have to take into consideration, but I'm gonna say this: why would we send our DNA in to get what was supposed to be the truth from people that lied to us and about us? So we really ain't gonna trust that. That's first of all. And then genealogy can do exactly what you saying. The blood quantum could do. Nobody has to go and draw blood or spit or anything like that. We have censuses and genealogies to trace back. And then you also have to consider that because of some of our complexions, if you were like my complexion or darker in that region, you were forced to identify as AA. That was one thing I wanted to say. The other thing was, why are you bringing up speaking the language? You get what I'm saying? That does not determine anything. I just had a live and I said I speak Spanish and I speak English. I learned Spanish in school. So what does that make me because I can speak the Spanish tongue? It doesn't language. I just don't like that argument.
Like-minded, ¿dónde aprendiste a hablar español? ¿En qué lugar?
You say that too fucking fast. Say it again.
¿Dónde aprendiste cómo hablar?
How come Cass got it?
What?
Cassandra understood exactly what I said.
All I heard was habla. I'm not super fluent. I didn't say I was super fluent, but I can understand it and I can speak it.
So
I can hold a,
you know
a
some
semi
Spanish then. You know
conversation.
some Spanish.
I do speak it. I took it in school, 10th and 11th grade, and I passed. And then I passed my college course with it. So I'm not super fluent. I can't sit down with a whole Hispanic family and.
Thank you for correcting that because you said you learned Spanish, but you don't.
I did learn it and I passed the class. So I'm assuming I learned it. And that means that I can speak it. What? I didn't hear you.
Ordering is different than actually having conversational understanding of the language. If you can't carry a conversation in that language, that really doesn't count as actually knowing the language. That's different.
Okay, I get the technicality in it, but the point that I'm getting
to be honest, nobody give a fuck.
No, I'm not saying y'all gotta care about me speaking Spanish. What I'm trying to say is that a language cannot determine what a person is. And I just find it so crazy that people that look like me are questioned the most. And it is a aesthetic doctrination. You don't believe, you put it past me because of how I look. Because if I look like Ink by Cass, you wouldn't have questioned anything. If any of the people up here looked like Ink by Cass, you wouldn't be questioning our indigenous.
Like-minded, you're like-minded.
You wouldn't be asking for proof.
Exactly. You are exactly right.
No, she's
Weird
wrong.
enough,
She's wrong.
y'all
I'm
will
gonna
go
explain
ahead
why.
and pass me
Like-minded.
off as only indigenous and not claim me as Creole when I'm actually Creole, even though one of y'all already said that you knew about what the fuck Passe Blanc is. But continue.
So like-minded doesn't matter, and it does. If you don't practice your traditions, your culture, your language,
But
you
why
can't
y'all
claim a
call
tribe you don't
us
even know
Indian
anything
and we don't
about.
practice
What she
language?
say about Pastor? Wait, hold on. Wait. She said what? She said what?
She said it kind of fast. I couldn't
Matter,
understand.
language, culture,
She was saying
traditions.
What
something
she
about
say?
free.
Hold on, guys. Ink, what did you say?
I said who invited me up here. What's up, y'all?
No, Ink. What did you say, Ink?
Said that it's weird how it's real easy to pass me off as Native American. Y'all believe that and y'all claim that they claim me or whatever, but y'all don't claim me as Creole, even though I actually am. This is a picture of my great grandfather, my grandfather, all of my great aunts, great great aunts, great grandmother, whatever. I am mixed Mexican with Creole. That is my actual makeup. My mom is from Mexico, Mexican, born and raised there. And then my dad is Creole, his dad from Louisiana Creole mixed with Mexican. So both of those bloodlines give me indigeneity of different tribes.
So is
And as
that
far as
why
the
you
city
question
Mecca,
other
whatever,
people because you're questioning?
Please, moderator, check.
Hold on.
y'all don't know how to use a mute button or let anybody finish anything.
Live, so you need to hold on. And Ink, who
All
questioned your
speaking at the same
Creole?
time.
Hold on. Ink, who questioned your Creoleness?
Whoever it was that said I was too light and bright to be counted as Creole.
Frost said that. She said you were pale skin.
Who said that?
No, talking about me with my pale skin, this and that. It's like, look,
Who
my
said
melanin
that?
doesn't stay put if I don't go out in the
I'm trying to
sun.
think
Says
who
she's
said
pale
it.
skin.
Hold on.
She didn't.
Well, she
She didn't
is.
deny your
Hold
Creole.
on. Who said it?
B for all said she's a pale skin when she came in.
Yeah.
But she did not deny her Creoleness.
Y'all make up anything. I never one time said she was a
That.
Creole. Y'all
They keep
making
making stuff up
Just
to
making
make
it up.
themselves victims of
Up
something.
here and
They
said
keep doing it.
Beefarol accent is
Hey, we don't even know who
fake.
you are. You don't want to identify
So
as
I'm
nothing.
confused.
I ain't fixing to be a victim. I'm just gonna debunk the shit. It's
Girl,
easy
you
enough.
came up here and told me you
Anything
wasn't
to
a
you. I don't owe you
but you
anything,
never
Manny. I
denied
owe
you
you
in New York.
nothing.
Hold on.
Absolutely nothing.
Hold on. So B Frost Creole, Creole Girls Creole, and Ink's Creole. So, like, I'm not understanding because Creoles look different.
I think she misunderstood. She never denied her Creoleness. She called her pale, but she didn't call her pale to say that she wasn't Creole. She didn't mention anything about her not being Creole.
Creole girl.
She didn't ask her what she identifies or nothing. I did that to Goddess. I said, what are you identifying? She just came and called her pale skin to try to bring her down and use colorism to
Oh, poor baby! Like when you just grouped me
That's
in
called
with her,
colorism.
Manny. You're such
Prejudice.
you are such a victim, and you're a gaslighter.
I know who you are. Just stop talking to me. You don't want to identify as nothing. So
I
just
don't
leave me
have to
alone,
identify
Goddess.
myself to you. You are not the authority of identification. You are not the authority of identification, Manny.
Okay,
That's
Goddess.
that's the thing. Why
Oh,
do you
leave me
feel
alone,
you're
please.
entitled to anybody?
Everybody go on mute and let Prin get in.
No, I just wanted to say that she, Miss Inky by Cass, she came up here telling Beefarol accent is fake. So I'm confused why she going down the line of who the fuck she is, because I don't recall anyone ever denying her of who the fuck she is, because no one even asked. So I just find it funny how y'all fucking start, and then when somebody responds to you and eat y'all the fuck up, y'all. Now, if she called me pale skin, that's after the fact.
Right. Listen. I think that people really be fucking jealous because they can't talk like I talk, and they be mad. They be mad because they consider themselves to be a fucking Creole, and because the way I talk, y'all get in y'all motherfucking feelings, bitch. Just because you can't talk like me, you cannot get in your feelings because I sound like this hoe. Y'all hoes be getting in y'all feelings.
No.
Y'all be in y'all feelings, sweetie. You get it, baby. My accent.
Parlez-vous français or no?
My accent
Oh,
is
you're everything. You're
Zion.
everything in the world but African descent, right? You're everything in the world but African descent.
Look. And
if so, what it matter?
I'm asking her a question.
But I'm saying, what it matter?
I don't think that Beef
Yes, it matters.
Listen, Beef Rawls already stated multiple times who she was and what she is. So why do we keep going over?
Tucky, she can speak for herself.
He can't accept
No,
the
I'm the
fact
moderator.
that there
So
are indigenous people
I'm
that
gonna
look
step
like
in
us.
because why is it that she has to keep on proving to you who she is
African descent?
when y'all
That's how
don't
we
prove
look.
to her who
He's
y'all
fucking
are?
aesthetically indoctrinated.
I'm
He
saying,
needs
look
to go
at her.
and
She's
pet
everything but African descent. That's what I'm asking.
Hold on. I'm on a
She
little.
told you.
Like, hold on, everybody. Manny, you
She
have
can
no.
ask herself.
Hold on, shut the fuck up. You have no right on this panel to tell anyone or question anybody about their identity. That's not what you're here for tonight.
Josh.
You're here to make peace and move on. You do not get to question anybody. Not on my panel. You don't get to do that.
Josh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Your real color's coming out now, right?
Bro,
'Cause you
you're
thought you
coming
were going
out
to be
here
able to come up
judging
here.
me all the time.
You thought you shut the fuck up. I'm going on mute. Don't ask people about who they are, what they are. Just move in peace. Stop asking them to prove who they are.
Respectfully, because she's claiming to be my tribe, the Mayans, tribes from all over the place. I said, you're everything but African descent, right? That's what
Respect the host, Manny. Respect the host. Respect the host.
So Manny, hold on, guys. So Manny,
Josh has used my photo in multiple of his live streams without my consent.
Hold on.
So he
Manny, I
disrespected
have
me to
not been
begin with.
disrespectful.
You poor baby.
Hold on, guys. Manny, so do you not think that black people?
Yo,
you don't think that black people can have some Mayan descent?
there's nothing question about that. Can she have a descent? Yes. Can she? Yes. But the thing I'm asking is, she claims everything but African descent. That's the.
Why Why does she need to claim African descent, Manny? Why? Why you keep talking about African descent? Why?
She doesn't like her ancestors. She doesn't like Africa. She
She's
doesn't
not
like black people.
African.
Manny,
She
you
doesn't like
yourself,
black people.
Manny, you yourself even said you may have a little African. Do you say anything about being that 1%?
I said, look,
And
when
he said a little bit from my
colonialism,
great grandmom's side. He
sure,
really diluted
Kentucky.
that.
Let me answer you, Kentucky. When the first colonizers arrived here, they didn't arrive. The first African descendants did not arrive here as slaves, and I've said that multiple times. They were not enslaved people. They were part of the Spanish because of the mixture. They occupied Spain for 800 years. The Moors, the African tribes with Arabs, the mixture of people. You could see that in the Sicilians as well. You can see that with the Greeks. You can see that throughout Spain, Portugal, the mixture. There you can see the mixture. So the first African descendants arrived here as part of the conquistadors, parts of the Spanish. They didn't arrive here as slaves. I've said that multiple times. Yes, the Moors were the Spanish were part Moorish. They were occupied for.
So Manny, why aren't you identifying as African then? Huh?
Because
why,
I don't speak
Manny?
because I don't know if I do. I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know who you are,
let me tell you,
and you're questioning other people about who they are.
Even on my platform, right?
Listen, Manny. You're cutting me off.
Listen real quick, Manny. So
Are you done cutting me off? Okay, go ahead.
Manny, hold on. Even on this platform right here and on my platform, I've had many natives come up and show that they're more Bantu than me. So if they can claim, if they can show their Bantu and like I'm not that Bantu person and it comes up on their DNA test, why does B4All have to claim Bantu when she ain't even seen that shit yet?
I'm saying if you guys are questioning me and saying I should claim Africa.
This is not a live to question people's identity.
Okay.
It's a live to figure out how to move on in peace. It's not to question anyone's identity. Stop.
That's how we move on in peace. Stop questioning us.
Identify as African. They don't want to ask. They don't want to ask B4All to do that. Nobody's asking B4All to do that, right? B4All gets a pass, but I don't, right?
You are racist, Manny. I believe you're racist because just because I look like this, just because I look like this, you think we're African, and that's all you think.
I said,
that's how the white man thinks.
Ask me to identify as African when you don't ask B4All to do that either.
They African. That's the problem. You don't think much of Africans. You don't think much
African
of
descent. There's
so
nothing
you
wrong with
saying that we African makes you feel better because
no, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shit out of y'all.
We love Africans. We love African Americans. What are you talking about?
I have a question.
That's why there will never be unity because you can't respect people for who they are. If somebody says they're not African, then you need to respect that and accept it. It's not erasing you for somebody not to claim that they're African.
Hold on, Manny. Hold on. Damn, did you? Hold on, wait. What I was gonna say is, for him, you don't need to have this conversation about identity. It's just how you can move in peace. I don't know why you keep bringing up how someone identifies. That's not what we're here for tonight.
Because he did stuck on saying that we are from Africa because our truth scares them. They know, listen, you got to understand the whole world fucking tried to hide our truth and change shit around. So now that we understanding it, and I just said it on my last time, now that we understanding it and we learning stuff and it's like a defense tactic when they do that shit to us. Proof. It's like because it don't already fit their of what we should be.
I hear you. I don't want to get into like the how anyone identifies. I just wanted, because he brought B4All's name up and that stuff, I wanted to clear it. I don't want anyone questioning anyone's identity. That's not what this live is for. But I guess he's gone. And I don't know, the lady at the bottom, did you have anything else for anyone else?
Ink. Ink, you can unmute and go.
It's been interesting. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right, so there you go. It's settled. Hopefully they'll move on. You take the identity stuff out of it, and I guess they have no more arguments. There it is. That's all. So,
all right.
Y'all have a good night. I'm about to end the live Kentucky because I'm still doing some